It's that time of the year where we look at the clips from minicamps, rookie camps, and OTAs, see what your players are doing behind the scenes. We're going to the Houston Texans today, looking at Jayden Higgins and Jaylin Noel, the rookie wide receivers, the Bash brothers from Iowa State, seeing what they're doing on the field. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now, because we're doing this every day. We're looking at rookie camp, minicamp, OTA, soon training camp, random workouts of what these players are doing. So if you want to know what your players are doing behind the scenes, it's going to be right here. We also talk fantasy football deep into the season, but we got to dig in here. Jayden Higgins and Jaylin Noel, they're together. They're always together. They fish together. They live together. And we got a lot to talk about. A minute and a half of clips here. Let's roll. Let's see what they're doing. Let's see what they're doing from rookie camp. Mainly here from our clips. Again, we're working out. We're getting limbered up. I got a lot to say about these two wide receivers. I got a lot to say about the Houston Texans too. I think I got some stuff to say about CJ Strad. So Texans fans, stay tuned to that, because I'm just going to go off of what I heard from other people say. And I want your opinion on that. But I want to look at Higgins and Noel first. Noel's got thickness in the legs. Look how thick his quads are. Like, especially compared to Higgins. Look at him. Now, angles and stuff and shading with light. So I'll give grace, because that's how it is. But they look pretty thick compared to him and some other players. Nice thick calves. Working out. Again, these two guys are buddies. These two guys are buddies. A good tandem. Good tandem. This is our third Iowa State wide receiver on the roster. It's our third one. Here we go, going through some more drills. Rookie camps are different from team to team. Like, the Browns just went all at it, where the Texans and some other teams, more one-on-one time with the players. We saw this with Marx the other day when we went over his clips. Now you're looking at Higgins' height and length. I won't do comparisons, but I'll say he's got some traits, kind of see here, that are similar to Nico Collins, and some traits of some other wide receivers who they had previously on the depth chart. And you got Jaylin Noel, has some similar traits to Tank Dell. If you want things like macro sense painted broadly, different players, like Higgins and Collins, totally different, but similar traits as in length, getting downfield at the catch point. Jaylin Noel, if you're looking for that slot that can create separation, that you move on to the outside, that has speed to break it off downfield and around the line of scrimmage, all over the place. And these two guys tore it up at the Senior Bowl. Tore it up. Their stock went up at the Senior Bowl. They killed it. They killed those cornerbacks who got drafted pretty high, made them look bad. And when you watch tape on one wide receiver, like if I'm watching Higgins and I'm going over his Iowa State tape, Noel comes up, blowing up. And when I watch Noel, Higgins comes up. And that is a good trait of a wide receiver, that when you're watching the other wide receiver, you keep showing up, making plays. Like, you're running that route on the other side of the field, and you're like, oh, he broke that off. Oh, man, you're catching that ball while I'm watching him trying to get off that release. That's what you see from these two. Like, if you watch both their tape, you'll get the full picture of both wide receivers. Both of them are good. Jaylin Noel's one of those guys who's just always open, always creating separation. Put on notice at the Senior Bowl. Getting him in the third round, the way you guys did, and the understanding of, like, why do we draft two wide receivers? It's because Noel really wasn't supposed to be there. That was a very good discount. Noel was not supposed to be there. He wasn't supposed to be there. Now we got injuries with Tank Dell. We got Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk, it's not for long. He's not for long. Noel is the long-term play here to climb the depth chart. Higgins is going to be out on the field, getting vertical. Now, I mentioned CJ Strad as a teaser because I really wanted to talk about him, because I've been watching Twitter after the Brock Purdy signing and people ranking quarterbacks, and the CJ Strad boomerang effect here because his value after that rookie season went very high up in rankings, fantasy, and then it went down. But you also got to put in there, Nico Collins was hurt, offensive line issues, injuries at wide receiver left and right. Maybe not left and right, maybe I'm exaggerating. But covering this team, covering all wide receivers through fantasy week in, week out, it's hard to forget that stuff. It's hard to forget that stuff. I don't know why people forget about that. And then we get two good wide receivers. Two good wide receivers to add with Nico Collins and what you already got. Adding more talent. You add in Woody Marks, you got a good backup running back now. We got some pieces on this team. I think you got to give C.J. Stroud some grace. We're going to build up this offensive line eventually, and this is a quarterback that will push it downfield. And what I like about him is he's aggressive, pushing it downfield with accuracy, and now we have two wide receivers with size and length on the outside that pairs well with that. That will allow him to push it downfield, deep targets, and it's going to be tough to stop because Higgins, watch him on tape, nasty at the catch point. Then you got Noel. You got Noel here creating separation underneath. And what if you get Tank Dell back? What if he's back healthy sometime? What if that happens? I know we're watching. We're hoping the best for him. But what if he comes back healthy? Noel's cooking. What if all that's happening? And then you got Kirk there, and he's the bridge to get to that. He's the bridge. That's going to be a team that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. And also, Joe Mixon, full season of being healthy. If not, you got Woody Marks, who's going to help be a good bridge, or maybe even better. Maybe, because this is a very good running back class. Woody Marks is a very good running back prospect. I say prospect as in potential. That doesn't mean, like, oh yeah, next best back. Like, there's potential for him to exceed expectations. Good vision, good power. He's good at all phases. He's not Ashton Genty. He's not like that. He's not a Marion Hand. He's not that. But he's a guy that you can rely on. He's a guy that could develop into more. We saw that at USC. Did you see his weight room clips from USC last year where he came in and the body composition in the weight room there just completely changed? He demonstrated he can change a lot in a short period of time. We could do that more. So I don't see why we're low on Stroud. Like, Stroud could definitely have a good rubber band bounce back for sure. When I look at Higgins, downfield, good ADOT. When I look at that for fantasy, dart throw, redraft, Moneyball play, redraft, lineup setting week to week, dynasty, you're hammering running backs. And when the pool dies, that's where you swoop in and look at these two wide receivers. When the pool dies, and your running back's not there anymore, that's when you swoop in and do it. That's the easy thing. That's the easy analysis. That's the right analysis for anybody. Because this is a deep, talented running back class, and we're going to have running backs hit from all rounds. Once your pools are done in that second round range, and you're ready to look, there you go. If you like them. Or if there's another wide, that's it. That's the strategy. Now, a lot of people want like rankings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's better to just look at macro. And it really depends if you're a portfolio player. If you're a portfolio player and you're playing in, say you got 20, 25, 30 dynasty leagues, and you're spreading your shares with the running backs, you're spreading your shares with wide receivers, then macro analysis works. It works well. If you're in that one league, if you're in just one league, just get your guys you love. Look at them at ADP, see where they're at, make moves to where you can get in the range. Get the guys you love. Go on your conviction. Have fun with that. But Nico Collins is going to get the targets. He's going to be the man downfield. If he gets hurt again ever down the road, not saying he is, just saying that Higgins has talent, step in and be a deep threat. Take that role. He's also going to have a downfield role on the other side. That's his game. Jaylin Noel is going to develop rapidly. Very good route runner, very crisp, very sudden. Like, I think these two together is going to be huge for this team. I think Texas made some good moves. I like them. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.